Let's jump into lesson 2 of this course where we're going to be looking at the benefits of an AI automation agency. More specifically, we'll learn and understand the benefits of this business model, the different selling points to really get across to potential leads, and everything that's encompassed of why starting an AI automation agency is so attractive in this day and time. Starting with one of the main functions of what an AI automation agency provides as value, which is going to be boosting efficiency and productivity, and more specifically with 3 main categories: for time management, organization, and automation. Combining these 3 columns into a business's backend really allows us to maximize outputs and really achieve an underlying business's goals. Now, if that wasn't already a good enough selling point, one of the biggest things that we can really push to a business is the fact that it's actually going to cost less to use AI automation comparative to hiring a W-2 or using freelance work. As you see here from a study done by Upwork, the average cost for a blog can range all the way from $50 to $100. Therefore, if a business is already creating blogs on their website but are using traditional methods, you can see there is a huge expense that's incurring for their underlying business model. Now, when talking to businesses that already have content creation but are using traditional methods, it is always best to approach with value. What I mean by value is show them why an AI article can really compete with a traditionally written article. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do we guarantee quality in our AI article generation? Well, not only in this course do we provide a commercial license to start selling an AI article generator, you can also use the articles that are being generated on their blog already as context for the article that you're going to show and compare the two. Now, that being said, if a business is already curating content through freelance work, there's going to be a lot of room to make some money there due to the fact they've already allocated a budget for it. Now, if a lot of businesses, they don't even do article generation due to the fact of the barrier of entry being so high with either $50 to $100 an article. That is why AI automation can really come in and show the effectiveness of what you can do for a business. As you see here, with an AI article generated for 1,000 words, it's only going to cost around 67 cents. Now, to put that in perspective, if a business were to hire a freelance copywriter to write one article for $50, you could get around 75 articles for the same price. The math there essentially is you would take the $50, we divide it by 0.67, and we'll be able to generate over 75 articles comparative to the one article that would have been generated if you paid a human to do it. As you can see, AI automation can provide a ton of value when it comes to different services that maybe a business wants to outsource or is not doing yet. And what's great about AI automation is that it has no downtime. Those 75 articles will come out every X day that you tell it to come out. Another effective reason why AI is going to be so attractive to a business is that it mitigates decision-making time. A study done by the AI research group found that AI can mitigate decision-making time by over 50%. Now, to give context on this, imagine a business owner wants to look at their Google Analytics, but doesn't want to cipher through all the data provided by GA4. Using AI, we can take the data from Google Analytics 4 and start analyzing it a lot faster, asking more specific questions, asking questions with more context, and so on. Therefore, we are going to be lowering the barriers of entry to a lot of data that could be associated with a business that maybe traditionally the business owner didn't want to hire a W-2 for, or they themselves didn't want to learn how to read and analyze the underlying data. Here's what makes running and starting an AI automation agency amazing: the fact that we are able to scale very simply. To the right of me, I have a pre-built flow of what an AI automation could look like, but in this context, what we know is once you figure out a pain point within an industry and you have a solution for it, you'll be able to apply the same solution across different businesses due to the fact that one business's issue typically outlines with multiple business issues. Therefore, as an AI automation agency, the more comfortable you get with your niche and the more comfortable you get with understanding the pain points found within the businesses in your niche, the easier it is going to be to pitch the services that you offer to future businesses. Essentially what I mean is, let's say you're selling the service of an AI article generator to a pizza shop. You already have the pre-built solution for the AI automation for the pizza shop. You're going to input the relevant data that the pizza shop wants content generated around into the AI article generator. Then you would simply install it into the pizza shop's backend, and you'll be able to charge a recurring fee for either optimization or support. But that is where the scaling comes into play. Once you've already installed into the pizza shop, now if you go to the dog store, you're going to be able to do the exact same thing, but just input the dog store's relevant information into that same pre-built solution. This is what makes AI automation so powerful when it comes to selling it as a service. And we are just at the beginning of it. If you look over here, this data was found by Zippia and essentially shows you how US companies are breakdown down by their interest when it comes to AI. As you see, around 35% of companies are using AI in some form, 42% are exploring the options of AI, and 23% have no AI at all. Which means there is a lot of pie to take here, as we're going to be able to really communicate and develop solutions for a ton of different niches when it comes to the market here, as a lot of businesses are already showing interest, already have it in their back end, or can be pitched to and really shown the value that AI can provide. So now that we understand the main benefits when it comes to AI automation agency and how we can play it with different leads, we're going to be jumping into this next lesson about the apps that are essential to building out an AI automation agency and the functionalities that go behind that. But without further ado, I'll see you in the next lesson.